Alright, I got the driver's side spindle off. I still got to pull the brakes and everything off. Should have did that before I pulled the spindle off, but I was curious about something. Let's see here. So this should not be able to move it that easy. The ball joint's blown out. It's kind of crunchy. It's shot. Upper one, not as easy to move, but still shot. Grease everywhere. You can see the thick amount of nasty grease on there. But what really got me was right here. Yep. Torch spring. So they had torched the back side of it, which actually you can see it kind of crystallized, to lower the front of the truck. But that's not the way you do it. So I always wanted to know, I hit a big bump or something hard, it kind of real stiff and bow, hit, you know. Rode good, like when you're driving, rode good. Hit a big bump, hard bang. Right there's why. Because they didn't know what they were doing. So now, hopefully the other truck I'm going to get the other drop kit off of is a actual drop spring. I'm trying to get like a 5.6, you know, 6 in the rear, 5 in the front. So hopefully the other one has like a 2 or, yeah, probably about a 2-inch drop on it. And I can just use them springs. If they're both torch springs though, I'm going to have to order a new set of springs, 2-inch drop springs. And I already don't know yet, but I'm about sure the other spindle was stock, so I'll have to get a drop spindle. Money I didn't want to spend, but to have something that's got that wow factor and people want, you gotta pay. Well, the front end is completely stripped. Well, not completely, but it's stripped to the point where I wanted it. Control arms are off. New bushings and ball joints are on their way. Soy bars off. It's getting cleaned and painted. New front steering on the way. Only found a couple of bad things. I didn't check this one yet. Yeah, these sort of wiggle. I don't like that, but I don't know how much I should worry about it. That bolt right there actually broke off of the frame. It's still there, but I'm gonna have to weld it back on. Yeah, uppers and lowers are off. Springs are out. I don't know if I showed it yet, but check out the driver's side spring. Straight, passenger side. Or no, driver's side, passenger side. Driver's side bent in half. Passenger side still good. Don't know why yet. But, yep. I need to clean all this. Start scraping and wire wheeling it tomorrow. Get it ready for paint. Oh, it's a nightmare. Well, if you can hear it, you can hear every Kentucky person's favorite thing. Rain hitting a metal roof. It's raining like crazy. But yesterday I did get all of the bushings out of the control arms. So today I've got to get the sleeves off the shafts. See, it still has the sleeve on it. Those have to come off, for the poly bushings have different shafts. And I gotta clean all them up. Clean all these up and get them ready to paint. Yeah, it's gonna be a greasy, wire-wheeled mess today. But, gotta do it. Gotta get this stuff cleaned up. Gotta get all this stuff cleaned up. Gotta get all that stuff cleaned up. And everything's gotta be waxed and greased and ready for, you know, paint. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to tape off this bumper too, just the front edge of it, and cover the entire bumper and paint the back of it black too, just to where it's, you know, not rusted anymore, so it looks a little better. But it's raining, it's a little chilly, and it's time to get busy. well, it's been about 2 pair of gloves since I last did the video. Got the lower ball joints out, upper ball joints are out, all the sleeves are off, the other rods are over there in the front. But now it's time to start scraping off decades of thick, hard grease. I mean hard. It's almost concrete on there. Heck, it could be concrete on there. Somebody could have rode through some wet concrete. But I gotta scrape and wire wheel top and bottoms and clean out the cups. And then I'm gonna put the rod back in. Then I'm gonna paint them. Then I'll push the ball joint back in. Because I don't want to paint the ball joint. And I also don't want to paint, well, I don't want to paint the bushings, but there's no way around it. So I'm going to have to paint them in. But this crap right here is all got to come off first. Every bit of it. I mean, it is just caked on here. The lowers are a lot worse than the uppers. So lots of wire wheel, lots of degreaser, and probably another set of power washing. Gonna have to go down on this. But yeah, greasy, nasty. Bottom side caked full too. Yep, the uppers, no problem. They came out real easy. They're just a little rusty, got a little bit of grease on them. Nothing major. The rod that goes through here is real greasy, and it's got to be chiseled off there basically. But I'm gonna continue going here after a little bit of a break. So I have been cleaning this one lower control arm for like 2 days now. Now I know somebody's like, why on earth is it taking you 2 days? Well, see this is all easy peasy. I'm not trying to get it to the metal or nothing. But if you look down here, all of this, that's tar from the road, you know, asphalt. Well, in some areas it's like this. And it's really hard and actually has the stone in it still. The wire wheel on the either drill isn't doing it. I'm actually using Goof Off. I love that stuff. It actually works real good. And it's kind of getting the stuff that don't have any of the crunchy stone or anything in it. But where it's still got the stone from the actual road in it, I can't do nothing with it. It is just hard as a rock on there. So, I just gotta use this 1-inch putty knife and scrape. So it's taking forever. I was going to sandblast them, but my sandblaster needs parts, and I just don't want to buy any right now. So, yeah, we're at this point now of just scrape. Once they're done, finally, I can put the paint on it, the flat matte black. Yes, matte black, which is farm and tractor paint. It's over here. But here's the other one. I haven't even touched it yet. I just got the ball joints and stuff out. I've been shooting it with a little bit of the Goof Off for the tar. Here are the upper control arms, which have a little bit of that tar and nasty grease on them. Not as much, so those will probably go pretty fast. I've already done the shafts for the bottom and the U-bolts. This is just the box of parts I keep everything in that I've already done. Sandblaster, and the problem with it is I need the tip for it. And considering it's raining right now, I can't reclaim any of my sand, so sort of stuck on that, and I don't have a hood. But if we go over here in my parts room, it's just packed full of crap. We've got some tractor and implement matte black. I've got gloss too, if I need it, but I won't. I still haven't touched the frame either, and I want to get the frame and the control arm ready for paint at the same time. Actually, I have hit this quite a bit. I forgot about that, but it still needs a lot more, especially the underside. I haven't touched it yet. I'm going to tape off the bumper, top and bottom, and I'm going to spray the back of that matte black also. You know, it's just a little thing I wanted to do. Steering column, I don't show, it's done. It's been repainted. But we're at the, you know, once I get the suspension and stuff painted, I'll go and get the other drop kit. Hopefully it's got drop springs that are good and drop spindles. If not, kind of boned. I'll have to order drop spindles and springs. It does have a rear axle flip kit on it, so I'm definitely getting that. It's got the worst smell of pizza. Gross. Let's think here. Yeah. And I'm going to hopefully use these brakes. If these are the 1.25" brakes. I guess they're heavy duty. The other ones are 1-inch rotors. I think. I haven't checked them yet, but if they're 1 inch, I can get them, and it would be cheaper for drop spindles, which I don't know why. It don't make any sense to me. But they're like $60 cheaper. Seriously. And from that point, I will be doing the brake lines and stuff, or not the brake lines, but the fuel lines, getting them out of there. Brake lines are done. I'm gonna have to bleed the brakes now, of course, but I will paint the lines up a little bit. They're gloss on there. Actually, I'll be flat blacking them. What else has to be done after that point, besides, you know, the engine that's still not here? I gotta put my door panels back on, speakers back in. I've got baffles, and I've got some sound deadener over there I'm gonna put inside the doors. Still have my handle flip kit. I haven't started yet. I was gonna wait till I got the front end done. Handle flip going from here to inside. I've got the digital gauges in the house I still gotta do. LS parts are everywhere. Steering column's gotta go back in once it's painted up there, and I modify it to push it in further. Back window, front window. Yeah, still got plenty to do. But right now, back to control arms.